As a brand designer and strategist, I've been lucky enough to work with many small businesses over the years. I've put hours of time and effort into crafting a robust process when it comes to creating brands. I'm going to take you through my entire design process and show you what really goes into creating a meaningful brand. Starting off with the brand strategy, firstly we need to understand what it is and why it's so important. Brand strategy is crafting a roadmap for your brand journey, filled with intentional choices that showcases its personality, values, and charm. It's about creating a plan that not only sets your brand apart from its competitors, but also builds meaningful connections with your demographic. Now that we understand why we need a strategy, we can get started. Introducing Essence of Eden. Essence of Eden is a skincare brand designed for young women who want high-quality skincare products at an affordable cost. Their mission is to make luxury skincare accessible to all. The brand's keywords are traditional, approachable, inclusive, youthful, and minimal. After doing some research into their target demographic, we can create a persona. Let's take a look at Emma. Emma is a health-conscious young adult who prioritizes skincare and also believes in maintaining a healthy skincare routine. Emma struggles to find skincare products that meet her expectations of both quality and affordability. Her main pain points are wasting money on ineffective skincare products, dealing with flare-ups caused by low-quality products, and also feeling overwhelmed with all the options. Her main goal is to have a consistent, healthy, glowing skin that she can feel confident and comfortable in. Typically, when creating a brand, you would create a few of these personas to get a general idea of what your target demographic would look like. When taking a look at the competition, 3 big names come to mind: the Incubist, the Garden of Wisdom, and the Ordinary. We take a careful look at their visual identities to see how we can differentiate ours. Overall, Essence of Eden's brand strategy is grounded in its commitment to provide organic, high-quality skincare at an affordable cost. In celebrating natural beauty and self-care for young women, the elements we discovered will now guide the brand's visual identity process. Moving on to the next step, we're going to be jumping straight onto the computer. To create the brand mood board, I always start off on Pinterest. I like to collect a selection of photos that will inspire the individual elements of the logo, such as the typography, the logo composition, and even the color palette. After compiling a selection of photos, I like to move on to choosing the color palette. Referring back to the brand strategy, we want to keep in mind the keywords. I already had in mind that I wanted green to be the main color as it communicates to the target demographic that the product is natural and organic. I really want the brand to reflect the keyword traditional. I chose the color pink as a secondary color. Pink is the perfect color to represent femininity and purity. I love the contrast between the pink and the green. It should stand out amongst all the other competitors on the shelves in the stores. Getting started with the logo, I first sketched some initial ideas out onto paper. I always start off with a sketch as it allows me to get all of my ideas out first. For this brand, I played around with the natural elements such as plants, trees, butterflies, and flowers. Everything synonymous with Eden being a garden. I'm also experimenting with the text layout. In the end, I opted for the flower to represent femininity, nature, and fragility. I then placed the sketch onto an Illustrator document and got to work. I had already tested some fonts prior to this, although I was stuck between 2. After some deliberation, I opted for the second one as I remembered minimal being one of the brand keywords. I used the pencil and smooth tools to create a flower using heart shapes to again represent femininity and simplicity. I also realised that it resembled a 4-leaf clover, so I used this as a reference too. I customised the font to bring it all together and create a fluid logo, and after that I tested some icon mark ideas. I was conflicted on this, but I opted for the simplistic option, and it turned out great as it also worked as a brand pattern too. Once I had everything finalised, I tested it all with the colour palette and created some brand photography mock-ups. I also created some social media icons and tested the patterns with the colour palette. We're coming down to the last couple steps now. We can start looking at presenting to the client. Firstly, we transfer our design onto mock-ups. Mock-ups provide a visual representation of a design. They help clients see how the final product will look and feel, making it easier for them to understand the concept and envision the final result. This helps in refining the design early in the process, reducing the likelihood of major revisions later on. I use Photoshop to edit all of my mock-ups. We've now reached the final step in the process, presentation. I like to walk through the design to the client first, and then I send over their brand guidelines. A brand guidelines document is crucial for maintaining consistency and conveying a coherent brand identity across all touchpoints. And finally, we've reached the end. I'd like to introduce to you Essence of Eden.